Let's
You're
do
welcome, everyone.
a round 8 preview.
Let's get into it.
All right, this round 8 preview is there's some interesting games this week. A couple of stinkers, but I think overall on balance, I kind of really like it because mostly Thursday is an absolute bang up. So I think to catch up, actually, I didn't do the tipping update just yet. So I think if I do that very quickly, I believe I didn't even fill that in, so I'm well behind the 8 ball. Anyway, I probably owe you some beers, but let's just do this week. We have Pies Hawthorn on Thursday night. This is a ripper. No Pendles. He's already been ruled out. He's got his RDO. The Pies are 21.5-point home underdogs against the Hawks, which feels about right, I feel. Hawthorn are playing fantastic. Collingwood did just belt Essendon. They sort of heated kind of rivalry. This is the Ginnivan Cup. I mean, what are you going to do here, Jez? Do you like Collingwood?
I do actually like the Pies to cover because I think Hawthorn, whilst they have, do they get Sicily and Moore back?
Yep.
I think the Pies will cover just. I think they're good enough. I don't think they'll win, but I think they will cover and keep this game very interesting.
Nice. I think my initial thought was Collingwood as well to cover that 21.5, but I think Hawthorn also have a little bit of an extra gear to get into, especially for some of these night games. I can sort of see it getting away from the Pies a little bit late, so I'm going to go the Hawks. Friday, Western Bulldogs, Freo, 21.5-point underdogs at home are the Dogs. That's a bit of a kick in the guts. Can Freo travel? That's what we're going to find out. What do you reckon here, Jez?
I'm actually going to take the Dogs pending the inclusions. If we see one of those injured boys back, if Norton plays, if we see one of the injuries back this week, like a Libber or a Tinglish, I'm not sure how far off they are both, but I think being at Marvel, if it was over in Perth, I'd be Freo all day, but I'm going to back the Dogs to cover with not a great deal of confidence. But I think Freo seem to be able to just get the job done without any sort of fanfare. They're just knocking teams off to keep their win streak alive. So I think they'll make it 7 in a row, but the Doggies should cover. How about you, Jim?
I'm going to take Freo because, look, they're playing better. I think the size of that forward line for the Dockers up against this decimated Dogs team, like without O'Donnell, if they get lobbed back, who knows? But I just kind of trust Freo a little bit more right now. Like they're not afraid of Marvel either, I think. I think in their last, I want to say 6 games, I think they're 5-1 there or something like pretty similar. That is a lot of bad North Melbourne, bad Saints teams, but they did beat
bad Essendon.
The Dogs there last year. So, yeah, I'm going to take Freo.
Nice.
Tough matchup. Fun game, though. Great, weird uniform matchup that you can sort of think about. So, but then the big one on Friday, the Showdown. This is going to be pretty good. This is
actually going to be interesting.
Bit of a spicy one with the way that the ladder is right now. You're sort of looking at these two teams going, this is genuinely important right now because you're both 3 and 4 and 11th and 13th on the ladder. So whoever wins this not only gets bragging rights, but a much needed boost, possibly into the top 10. So Adelaide are 11.5-point favourites. What do you reckon here, Jez? Who do you trust?
Ooh. I'm going to, based purely on form, I'm going to go for Port to cover. I think this is going to be a close showdown. So, yeah, I'm going to take Port to cover. I think Adelaide will win, but I reckon it'll be under 2 goals. So
nice.
Yeah.
59th showdown, which is pretty fun.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to take
the Crom.
Ooh,
so
I think we've gone all different.
I think we have so far.
This could make or break either of us.
End up owing you a slab after this week. Who knows? Yeah, I just feel like Adelaide, they looked pretty pedestrian the other day against the Lions. Tex, I don't know if he has a big bounce back or if they just drop him. I don't know. I don't think you can drop him for a showdown.
I don't think they will. No.
Yeah, he needs a big boost. But I think, I just trust the Crom just that little bit more, especially at Adelaide Oval. This should be a ripper. So that's a great showdown for you Friday night. Settle in. I've got a gig to go to, unfortunately, but I'll find a pub and watch a bunch of it beforehand. So Saturday, Essendon versus Brisbane. Ruh-roh.
Brisbane.
How are you feeling, Jez? Yeah, Brisbane minus 40.5.
Yeah. I don't see any way that it's not going to be that. So I hope it's not, but I'm going to go back to my declaration from a few weeks back, and I'm not tipping Essendon.
Yeah. If they'd bothered to play this at the MCG, maybe, I'd be like, ooh, maybe the Dons. Who knows what Brisbane can get up to on the MCG. But it's at Marvel, and I think they'll kill them. So, yeah. I'm going to go Brisbane. Sort of pretty tough one there. West Coast Richmond. This is
ordinary game.
Absolute bottom feed of this one. But the Eagles are 16.5-point favourites, which is crazy. But here we are. After a 101-point drubbing, 16.5-point favourites. Can the Tigers keep up? What do you reckon, Jez?
No, I reckon West Coast will. The thing is with such a young team like West Coast is those losses they've had won't phase them as much as if they were a team full of mature heads, like, let's say, Carlton, for example, or even Essendon. So I think being such a young team and coming up against another very young team who don't know how to win, I think 16.5 is probably about right, although I could very easily see this being a 7-8 goal win after being probably the line around three-quarter time. So, I'm comfortable in taking the Eagles to win that one quite easily.
Yeah, I feel like the line feels about right, and I think the Eagles can win it at home in front of that crowd. Tigers travel pretty nicely, obviously, but I just don't know if they got the horses to hang.
Nothing would make me happier than this being a 1-point result. Either way, I reckon it'd be unreal if that was that close a game, but I don't think it's going to be.
Geelong host North Melbourne down at Taxpayer Stadium, minus 28.5 for the Cats. That seems a
bit harsh.
Which isn't it? I'm going to take them. Oh, no, down at GMHBA though, you never know. Bit of a weird one. You've got Cherry coming back. He looked awesome on the weekends. Blixavs goes out for the Cats. I don't mind the Roos to at least stay with.
I'm going to go with the Roos. I think that's a pretty big line, especially considering how ordinary Geelong were last week, and they've also lost Blixavs. They've got a few players out of form. North looked good. North didn't play well, but still looked good. So I don't think they'll win, but I think they can keep it respectable. So let's do it, North.
When do you reckon the last time North Melbourne beat Geelong was?
I may have been in nappies. No, probably in their premiership years. I'm thinking
2015 was the last time.
Oh, there you go.
120-79 at Marvel. So, oh boy, I'm taking the Roos. So are you? Carlton, St Kilda. How are the Blues? 14.5-point underdogs. It should be probably a little bit more. The Blues and the Saints.
Is this at the G or at Marbell?
That is a good question. I believe it'll be at the G because Essendon is playing Brisbane earlier at Marvel. So my guess would be the G. And they are. So, no, it's a Marvel. They're doing a double header. That's crazy, man.
Look out.
That is wild.
Well, in that case, I'm going to take the Saints.
Me too. If we're playing at the G, I was going to.
And I think you can thank West Coast for playing them into front-running form because I think if they get a few goals up on them, this could be a massive win for the Saints.
Watch TDK have his best game of the year as well. They are going to demolish.
That'll be the one to watch.
Unless, the Blues will get Mackay back. They'll probably do something about George Hewitt and bring him back into the team would be my guess.
Still no Pito though.
Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
If ever there was a game where TDK should dominate, this is it.
Yeah, to dominate Lockie Reedy. Yeah, we could both go on the Saints minus 14.5. Feels fair. Sunday, we have a later start because we've got the 2 games on the Friday night. We've got the 2, and then we've got the 4 games across Saturday, which is, I don't know why we've sort of spread it out like this, but we've only got the 2 games on the Sunday starting from 3:15. Sydney hosting Melbourne, which is actually a belter. The Swans are still 32.5-point favourites, which feels about right. But then, I don't know, can the D's stick with them a little bit here, Jez? What do you think?
I'm going to say they can. Although they've been up for a few weeks, though now, 2 weeks. I reckon. And no, I'm going to take the Swans.
Yeah, I'm taking the Swans. They're the best team
I'm
we've
going to
ever
take the
seen.
Swans. I think Melbourne will go all right for a half, and then this might be the week where they fall back a little bit. But yeah, I reckon Sydney. If they keep it under that to Sydney, that's a good result for the D's.
Yep. So. Nice one. And then we've got the Expansion Cup, GWS versus Gold Coast. So the Suns hosting the GWS Giants, which means they're above the 27th parallel, which means I'm taking my beloved Gold Coast Suns to cover 18.
After watching both of these games, these teams play on the weekend, I have no confidence in either of them. All I can think is that I'm going to follow your logic, and I reckon Dimmer will have given them. And although both coaches are as angry as each other, but I'm going to go with the Gold Coast as well because I think they're just a better side and they should win this. So
excellent.
That's
right,
it.
That's all of round 8 picked and previewed for you. Sleevo's Punters Club, best bet for round 8. What have you got there, Jez?
Well, I am going to go with Lockie Neal to have 35 touches.
Ooh.
Or more.
That's a great one. I'm going to go the Brisbane Essendon over is mine. So sticking with the same game. It's 182, and I think, that absolute shootout vibes there, that one.
That could be Brisbane on their own.
Yep. So, I love that over. Feeling pretty good about it. I was trying to think of one for the showdown of like Georgiades and Dawson, sort of like some sort of combo with Dawson, because he was really good this week. Georgiades bouncing back from missing a chance.
I think you'll find that the betting companies like Sportsbet and Dabble will have some interesting I think Dabbles call it the Daily Dabble, and interesting combos on the Showdown. They always seem to have a little promotion around that. So I'd keep an eye out for that, and you probably get some pretty good value for a first goal, any one of 4 or 5 players, which, let's be honest, in that game, it could be any one of 7 or 8 players. So,
yeah, good one.
Cool.
Nice. Is that it? We're done. Unbelievable. That is the round 7 wrap, the round 8 preview episode of Footy Unfilterated. I'll play the tune. That's the wrong tune. I'll play the tune. Every time. I'm going to get rid of the other one.
I love it.
Stuff. But this is I've got gigs on Friday and Saturday night this week, and I'm kind of like, gosh, there's a couple of really good games, especially I want to be watching that Showdown, so a bit of a...
I'm actually going to the Last Chance on Thursday.
Nice.
I'm escorting Ruby to a hardcore show there, so I'm just hoping they've got a TV for me to watch the footy, or I'll be that old dude at the bar watching it on his phone. So
just ask Shane and Leanne to put it on for you and see how you go.
I'll tell them Jim sent me.
Everyone know who I am, so I used to be important. But anyway, that is it for Footy Unfilterated this week. Follow us on the socials. Go absolutely nuts. Jump in the comments. Send through some nahs.
Please.
Obviously, go check out the YouTube as well, because it's got its own little standalone channel. So jump on there, subscribe, comment, check out all the extra stuff. What I am going to do is get some graphics done up as well, so make it look a bit nausea. And so that's going to be fun. As subscribe across your podcast app of choice. Jump on all of our socials everywhere. We'll do some more stuff in the weeks to come as well. And get around all of us everywhere. So.
And enjoy the footy.
Oh, yeah. Just forget all the dumb stuff. I'm so sick of all the dumb stuff around it.
The negative garbage, and just come here and listen to us and enjoy your footy.
Grist for the mill. We just need 4 or 5. How many people are we putting on like a footy unclassified footy panel and stuff like that now. It's like 87 people, and there's Hutchie and stuff. Like there's about 80
There's-
people in this thing at one point.
So-
And it's like, I don't care.
We're very lucky that we can watch 150 shows. We can listen to 974 podcasts and read 683 articles that all say the same thing.
Same thing every time. Anyway,
So-
that's what we're here for. So stay
That's
off the
right.
rubbish gear. This is Footy Unfilterated. We'll catch you next week.
Bye.
Dust and cobwebs.